The Harvest.
Greetings, Africa. This is Imane Nouad with the latest news from across the continent and the world. Algeria condemns what it called France's distortion of bilateral agreement and human rights violations, particularly concerning the expulsion of Algerians from French territory. The Algerian Ministry of Foreign Affairs has issued a strong, detailed statement rejecting France's attempt to shift blame for the recent diplomatic crisis between the two countries. Emphasizing the principle of reciprocal treatment, Algeria announced it will now impose the same visa conditions on French diplomatic and service passport holders as those applied to Algerians by France. The Chief of Staff of the Algerian People's National Army, Saïd Chingueriha, presided over the inauguration of the new headquarters of the Air Defense Forces and addressed all its personnel via video conference. In his speech, he expressed satisfaction at meeting with the command and underlined the profound changes affecting the nature of modern warfare, noting that even the world's most powerful armies face real challenges today. He stressed the importance of adapting to this shift and rising to the demands of contemporary combat. Algeria reaffirms its commitment to complete elimination of all weapons of mass destruction. Speaking at the United Nations, Deputy Permanent Representative Toufiq El Qudri emphasized Algeria's readiness to work constructively with all partners to implement Resolution 1540. Let's take a listen.
We cannot ignore the operational challenges that have emerged this year. The unprecedented delay in appointing subsidiary body chairs has significantly impacted the Council's work, including the 1540 Committee. Such delays risk undermining the effectiveness of our collective security mechanism at a time when we can least afford it. Mr. President, as we look ahead, Algeria remains firmly committed to the complete elimination of all weapons of mass destruction, nuclear, chemical, and biological.
From Turkmenistan, Secretary of State Sofyan Shayib stresses that strengthening South-South cooperation is a cornerstone of Algeria's foreign policy, essential to addressing development challenges faced by global South nations. An agreement was signed in Algiers between Algeria's Sonarem Group and Pakistan's Fatima Fertilizers to enhance cooperation in mining industries and fertilizer production, aiming to deepen bilateral economic ties. Reports from Moroccan organizations indicate Morocco is grappling with a worsening social and economic crisis, marked by rising corruption and lack of political will for reform. In London, Sahrawi Foreign Minister Mohammed Yislam Bissat met with United Kingdom Minister Hamish Falconer to discuss the latest UN-led efforts towards peace in occupied Western Sahara. Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi reiterates Egypt's firm support for Sudan's unity and sovereignty. During a meeting with Sudanese Prime Minister Kamal Tayyip Idris, he pledged Egypt's full backing for peace and stability efforts in Sudan. At least 10 people were killed and 14 injured in South Sudan during a mass cattle theft near Juba. Authorities say such incidents have claimed hundreds of lives since December. Hundreds of thousands in central and northern Somalia are affected by severe drought, the United Nations reports, rising alarm over the escalating humanitarian needs. A United Nations agency warns that acute hunger in eastern DRC is at record levels. Humanitarian operations are hampered by budget cuts, with $270 million urgently needed for the next 6 months. Ghanaian President John Mahama has declared 3 days of national mourning following a military helicopter crash that killed 8, including top defense and environment officials. Meteorologists in Nigeria warn that 21 out of Out of the country's 36 states face high flood risks due to heavy rains. Authorities in Lagos are urging residents in vulnerable areas to evacuate immediately. Doctors Without Borders report a rapid decline in living conditions for refugees in Ethiopia's Gambela region, citing severe reduction in humanitarian aid. And to conclude this harvest with the sports in the African Nations Championship, Group A action continues today as DR Congo faces Zambia in Nairobi, while host nation Kenya takes on Angola's Palancas Negras. And that's all for today's harvest. Thank you for paying attention to the fullest. Don't move too far and join us again at 6:45 p.m. for the French main news. Keep enjoying today's programs with Ifriqiya FM, the voice of Africa.